If you happen to notice, the garage doors behind me are missing one key thing, the actual garage door. So I just got a call from my garage door guy. He has my doors. They finally came in. I've been waiting for like 3 months for these. They're a more custom door than what's a standard in-stock door. And the height of these doors are going to be 8 foot. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you how to wire for the sensors, and I'm going to throw in a little bonus footage of how to wire for the power coming into the garage door opener. And if you're new to this channel, my name's Josh. This channel's all about building your own house, saving a ton of money, so be sure to subscribe, ring that bell so you get a notification every time I release a new video, and hammer that like button for me. That's all I ask in return for making this video. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the wire you're going to need to wire the sensors and for the power, so let's get started. The wire you're going to need to wire your sensors is this thermostat wire. This is 18-2, 100-foot roll of it in this case, and I'm going to be doing 2 doors, so I'm going to need 2 rolls of it. And the length in which you need is going to depend on your situation, but for me, 100 foot per door is about what I'm going to need. And if you're wondering what size wire you're going to need to power that garage door opener, I'm going to use 12-2 wire. It's the same wire I use to wire all my outlets in my house. And the length, again, depends on your situation. And you're going to need wire staples for wiring, and you're going to need some staples for anchoring this as well. So be sure to get those handful of items. And to do this, it's very simple. And another thing you need to know before you get started is the location of your sensors, which I'm going to show you where that is. And you're going to need to know where you're going to be anchoring your button for your garage door opener. And you're going to need to know the distance in which your garage door opener is going to be from the opening. So I'm going to show you a couple tips on figuring that stuff out, so let's dive into that. If you're wondering what the brand is of the garage door I'm going to be having installed, is Clopay. And the brand of garage door opener is going to be LiftMaster. Just FYI, before you watch this video and you're curious throughout the whole thing. And the first thing you're going to need to know is where you're going to be putting the button on the wall to open and shut the garage door. So I'm going to be stepping out from the inside of my house into my garage. So right about here is going to be a good place to install the garage door opener button. So right here. And so wherever you want yours installed, that's up to you, but that's where I decided. So now that we know where the button's going to be installed, let's go over where we're going to be installing the sensors. So you need to know where your sensor is going to be on your garage door. So there's a sensor in this bottom corner of the garage door and the other bottom corner of the garage door opening. So, and how the sensors actually work is this sensor just shines a laser over to the other sensor. And if there's something standing in the way of the opening, like a human, the garage door will not shut and kill that person. So it's very important to have your sensors installed and working properly. All right, now that we know where our sensors are located, we need to know where our garage door opener is going to be located up on the ceiling, and I'll show you how to figure that out. So we need to know where our garage door opener is going to be placed at on the ceiling, because that's where we are going to be running all of our thermostat wire to. So each sensor and the button on the wall is all going to be running right to where the garage door opener is going to be installed at. So in order to figure that out, all you got to do is know the height of your garage door opening. So if you're going to have a 7-foot garage door for a 7-foot opening, or an 8-foot garage door for an 8-foot opening, all you got to do is add 3 foot to that, and that's the measurement from the outside of the garage wall where the opening is to the inside of the ceiling. And that's exactly where your power is going to be to run your garage door opener, and where you're going to run your thermostat wire to for your sensors. Now that you know how far back it's going to be, you also need to know it's going to be in the center of this opening. So right where this truss is, right there. Since my garage door is 8 foot tall, my measurement back here was 11 foot from the outside of that opening. So I made a mark, and I got just a regular receptacle box. This is just a typical plastic receptacle box. And I'm just going to go ahead and install this here. So that way I don't have to think about it. I'm going to run my wires right next to this box. Okay, if you look here, I got one sensor wire ran going up through here, up into the ceiling, and you can barely see it in there. It's running right over next to that outlet that we're using as power. And then if we come over to this side of the door, we have the same thing. We got our sensor cable running up inside the wall, going up into the attic space, running over to the next to the power outlet for the garage door opener as well. And then if you look here, I want you to note this piece of thermostat wire with black tape on it. And the reason why I like to mark this with black tape is because that lets the door installer know that that one is going to be the one going over here for our garage door opener switch. So let's come over here. This one right here is the home run that's up to that garage door that I just showed you. So that's going to operate this garage door opener. And then there's this one over here, this whole garage door. I did not give you the details, but it's running over, and then it's this wire right here. So right here in this space, it's just going to punch through the drywall, and that's going to be our little buttons you tap to open up the garage doors. So that's how the sensors work. And now I wanted to show you the power. What I did is, here's the power like I was just showing you, and it's going bunny hop from that over to that one. So these two outlets are going to operate the openers, and well, not really operate, but they're going to power the openers. And what I did is just jumped right off the garage receptacles right here. So as you can see, there still needs to be more receptacles ran in tandem going across this garage, but I have not got to it yet. But I just wanted to show you how I'm powering the garage door opener itself. So now that I got all the wires ran in the attic space, and the sensor wires and the power to the garage door openers, and I also wired the lights. I didn't show you that, but that's for another video. But I got all the wiring done in the attic. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is hang the drywall on the ceiling. I'm going to use a drywall lift, so that way when the guy comes to install the garage doors, everything's ready to go. And I do not install garage doors. I would make a video on it, but I have no idea how to do that. So I'm not going to pretend like I do either. Okay guys, I hope you found a lot of value in this video. If you have any comments about this project, be sure to ask them in the comment section below. And I want to say thanks again. My name's Josh. This channel is all about building your own house and saving a ton of money. And I will see you in the next video. Peace. I know the lighting looks really bad right now, but the sun's coming in from this angle and it really makes the lighting horrible. But you almost got to see from this angle where the actual sensors are going to be going. So if this is the opening, all you got to do is know right here at the bottom of the door is going to be one sensor, and over here is going to be the other. And how it works, it shines a laser beam across from sensor to sensor. So if there's something standing in the way, the garage door won't shut and kill that person. So it's a very important safety feature to have on the door. So now that we know where the sensors are located, let's go over how far back from the opening we're going to be installing the opener itself for the sensors wires to end at.